So this is my small, modest, but interesting comic collection. I feel like this is what attracts me to comics, is things like these. First we've got like Lone Wolf and Cub here, which is kind of drawn in as if it's Japanese woodblock prints. It's really an amazing piece. It's, you know, historically set, deals with real characters, blah blah blah. Speaking of history, this is the cartoon history of the universe, which I always love when comics are non-fiction. And this is, it reads like a textbook, but it makes it completely interesting. You know, it's one of the best things I've ever come across in the world of comics. And this guy has done from the Big Bang to the present now in 4 big volumes. It's like an encyclopedia. It's amazing. This is Euphonium Must Fall by Kid Koala, who is a DJ who put out this 300-page wordless graphic novel. Like, there's not any words in it, at least no speech bubbles. And it comes with a CD that the music is integrated into the story. So reading the book, you're listening to the music, you know? It's just this wonderful multimedia sort of experience that a normal book doesn't afford. You know, something special that this genre brings. And then you have, of course, Akira. Like, this is, to me, the tome of the comic genre. Like, it's Katsuhiro Otomo, who is just a legend in Japan. And this is a 2,000-page graphic novel that's, this art style that he uses here, he created just for this book, which is why this book is so, like, trend-setting and different and new for comics. At least it was in 1982. And now you look at it and it just seems like a style you know. But this was created just in this book completely. Then we have my favorite, what I got into collecting with, was Transformers. Dreamwave up here. They put out really like the best Transformers series there ever was, where they treated it as science fiction, like robotic life. What would that be like, you know, and what would the interactions be if these were the premises, and brought up all the basic, you know, good, evil, blah blah blah. But one of my all-time favorite comics is this, the Codex Espangliensis, which is inspired by the Mayan and Aztec codices, where, you know, there was the pictographic language depicting the stories of their people. Well, this comic is the story of Latin America, as retold as a conjunction of both Western comics and the Mayan and Aztec sort of, you know, codex hieroglyphic language. And so, like, this is a facsimile of the original Mayan codices, which I also kind of treat as a comic. Like, I consider it part of my comic collection. You know, and here it is. This is what, you know, the original language was like. And so it's pictographic symbolism. And the same is true of comics. Like, they tell stories in much the same way. And I feel like that's why here in Guatemala it's such a... I'm really shocked that it's such a sleeper hit. Like, it's not already here. Like, comics haven't been a main thing. In fact, I've heard just the opposite. So that's it. Those are my comics.